Thank you, Mr. Chairman. I move to strike the last word, and I'm always happy when my colleague speaks because I do enjoy listening to him, et cetera, talking about lies and especially talking about morality. I have to ask, though, in speaking of numbers and lies, et cetera, how many employees at Social Security are there that are been hired by DOGE? How many are in DOGE currently? I'm sure all of you know because you pay such great attention to detail. And let me ask, how many times has DOGE come before this committee, speaking of morality, to testify? So here we have a group of people that are unvetted, unaccountable, and who have never come before this committee, even though we've asked, even though we sent resolutions of inquiry. But because Elon Musk and President Trump have decided that they're going to operate outside of the Congress, and there's no moral backbone on this side of the aisle to say, no, we're a co-equal branch of government, and they should be here in front of us, and they should testify so that if we're so concerned about getting to the truth and adhering to the numbers, then why aren't they here? Are they above the law? Is that the morality we're talking about? That we have a group of people that are above the law who are excused from coming before Congress and having to testify upon the impact of over 300 million fellow Americans? That's the issue here. Don't go on about this stuff about facts and figures and then claim that we want morality when the very people that are making the decisions are not the United States Congress. It's the President of the United States and DOGE. And they were never accountable to anyone. They've never been vetted, and they've never been in front of this committee. That's the truth. It's great that we were able to have a dinner the other night. And I thank the chairman. I think it's a noble gesture that when we're able to sit down together and communicate and talk. I think it's also a noble gesture to start this hearing off talking about a tragedy that happened with another assassination. But it is an abomination, and it is more than hypocritical to have hearings, especially today, on health care when we're taking it away from 16 million fellow Americans and taking food out of the mouths of children and the disabled. How can that possibly be fair to give billionaires more of a tax cut? These are the things, and the group that should be in front of us. And if there is all this fraud and abuse that they've uncovered, well, my God, don't you think they would be in front of us and the American people so that they could see in public, well, where is this fraud and truth? Where are the numbers that would allow my colleague to say, oh, yes, now we have the facts and figures and numbers in front of us? The fact is that they're not here. The fact is that what they're out to do, and all of you know it, is to privatize Social Security. They're out to do that because they're dissembling the Social Security Administration from within. 7,000 people laid off, phone services cut, can't get any information, long lines. And now, in the spirit of bipartisanship, you want us to rubber stamp what DOGE is doing? That's absolutely unfair and wrong. I yield back.